Questions for our student athletes? Coach Justin?
For Luke, it seems like you're heavily involved in special teams in addition to playing receiver. What value do you see out of special teams, and how do you think that's going to help you for the next level?
Yeah, no, I think that special teams is a huge part of our game and just of football in general. So just being able to be like versatile on special teams, play gunner, all the returner spots, and even like on punt return, know like all those other positions. I just think it like adds value for me. And yeah, at the next level, being able to play anywhere on special teams is really like how you make it in the league. So I'm really pleased with that.
And how has it been working with Craig Nivar? And how would you describe like the personality and kind of persona?
Man, if y'all would have seen our meeting this morning, y'all would have been laughing. But no, he's a great guy, very funny, comical guy, but he knows his schemes, and he's very like to the point with everything. There's no BS about anything. So I love him as a coach. Talk to him one-on-one, but he's definitely a good coach, funny guy.
Michael and David.
For both of you guys, how would you assess how much further along the receiver group has come in terms of chemistry and timing with the quarterbacks since the spring? And what have you guys done to make that aspect better?
It'd be times where we meet where our quarterbacks outside of like football, like just us and the quarterbacks to like go over plays and also like know what the quarterback wants out of this play, and also for him to understand like what we want as a receiver, and also like just hanging out outside of like football, like if it's going to eat, go bowl, or like take a trip to Phoenix, like really anything, like just to build that connection.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing that Nunu just said. Just hanging out with them outside of football to get to know them on like a more personal level, because we could like sit up here and watch film all day, talk about football, this and that, but like, do you really know anything about like about the person individually? So just being able to get on the same page and just know more about them personally.
David and then Brian.
For Javin, we just obviously heard him referred to as Noonan, which we've heard other people do that as well. Where did that nickname come from?
That's a very common question. But when I was a baby, my family used to call me Snoop Snoop, and my brother's like a year older than me, so like he would just say Nunu, and it's just been stuck ever since.
And for you, I mean, when this offense has struggled at times during fall camp, why do you think that is?
Why do I feel like we struggle?
Yeah, what's at the cause of that?
I feel like our defense is like very good, and they scheme things very good. So I feel like as an offense, it's good to struggle because we got a good defense, and we very much talk about like responding, how we're gonna respond to things like that. And I just feel like our defense is good, and that's good for like the offense as well.
Brian and Troy.
For either of you, how important has the timing been with the offense as far as getting to the right spot and to meet up with exactly where Noah's planning for you to be? How hard has that been?
It's definitely something that we've been working on ever since the spring. That's something that we worked on all summer too. Just kind of like on our own with Noah, and kind of like Nunu said, whenever we would like meet up, just receivers, quarterbacks. That's like the little timing thing that we're specifically working on. All these steps, timing, windows, all that, tempoing, running fast. So it's just been a process, but it's been coming along really well.
Yeah, basically what Luke said, meeting up, I feel like it also helped the quarterback like just know everybody's speed, how everybody run routes. So I feel like that's good for his timing to like know everybody and how they like do things.
Troy and Justin.
Guys like Isaiah and Gio, where have you seen the most growth out of them from the start of camp to now?
With Gio, I'd say, because he didn't get to practice in the spring because of an injury, but I'd say like since he's been able to practice, he's grown with like how he understands the game better, like the speed of the game. He's getting a better feel for the game, And I feel like Isaiah is also doing the same thing. He's still learning, and they're young, so it's a lot for them to learn. But I feel like they're coming very good with like adjusting to like the speed of the game.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing you said.
Justin and David.
Question for both. Now that you've been able to be in the offense for 8 months, what's it like being in a Seth Diggy system?
Shoot, I mean, I love playing for Coach Deggy, honestly. If you guys like, whatever, like, get the chance to like be in one of our like offensive meetings, shoot, me and him talk about it all the time. Like, Coach Deggy has us like want to run through like a brick wall for him. So it's honestly like such a blessing, and I'm super fortunate to be able to have an OC like him. That's aggressive, that likes to coach hard, but he also like gives you your respect and your gratitude whenever you do good. But he sets a standard high, and that's something that I think that all players need.
Yeah, basically what he said, man. I love that, man. He bring energy, and hey, you either with it or you ain't. So I like it.
And then Luke, I think your last game at New Mexico was against Hawaii. What do you remember about that game?
That was a fun game. It was on the island, but yeah, no, that was whole different team, whole different situation. I was personally in a little bit of a different situation with like how I was, but I'm feeling good. I think that for me, being able to see them last year, I can add some value in like what I saw for us receivers going against these DBs. I know they have some guys that are returning in the secondary and even on their second level, like the linebackers and stuff like that. So just being able to tell these guys like how some of these like Mountain West guys play is, I think I could add value there.
David and then Michael.
Luke, Coach Wade at the beginning of camp said that he felt like people were sleeping on your speed and maybe we should let them keep sleeping. What's that like for you when you go into a game and a guy thinks, okay, here comes a possession receiver, maybe over the middle short routes, and you run by them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really focused on like whatever like other people say. I've kind of dealt with that like my whole life, but I'm just going out there and just being me, and God has blessed me with some speed. So thankfully, I'm very fortunate for that, and whenever I'm able to use that in the right situation, I'll use it.
And obviously guys that transfer in from lower level, Power 4 conferences and FBS conferences, they want that extra, teaching added that you get at this level. What's the biggest thing for you that you've taken away just from being at this level that's added to your game?
Yeah, I think that Coach Bybee has added so much to my game, and I'm so fortunate to be able to play for Coach Bybee. I think that he's the best receiver coach I've ever had. I tell my parents all the time, he doesn't just teach us like things about the routes. He teaches us like inches on steps of like where to place your feet, how to move your hands, why you should do this, why you should do that. So just being able to have that like extra teaching, and like I honestly wish I would have had this teaching sooner, but just being able to learn all the different techniques that he's been able to obtain and learn from his time in the league, and just all his wealth from coaching. I just try to absorb and take as much of it as I can.
Michael and Justin.
Trey Bybee arguably had the catch of camp today, that one along the sideline. First of all, for both of you, what did you think of that catch? And then secondly, just what does he bring to the room with his size and ability to win those jump balls?
Yeah, that was like one of the best catches I've seen. It looked like we was playing basketball on a football field. I was excited.
Yeah, but no, that was a heck of a catch. But yeah, I think that Trey brings a lot to our room. Trey's a very confident kid. He's up here all the time watching film extra, doing like the like little extra stuff that Coach Brennan's always talking about. So being able to have a kid like that is a true student of the game, but also has his size, ball tracking skills, he's a huge piece of our room.
We'll finish up with Justin.
For Javin, we've heard, the coaches talk about, for some guys, it was a hard transition coming from FCS to this level. Obviously, you hit the ground running in spring, but what was that like making that transition?
It was a fun experience. I feel like it was a lot I felt like I needed to learn, and with Coach Wade, being the receiver coach he is, I feel like he kind of helped me develop like with that transition.
And then coming from Chattanooga to here, you're in a video game for the first time ever. How was it like playing as yourself in College Football 26?
I ain't even played. I ain't played it yet.
Haven't played it?
I haven't played it. But
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
thank you.